Jananim Sharadam Devim Ramakrishnam Jagadgurum Padapadme Tayo Shritva Pranamami Muhurmuhu. We were viewing various steps Sri Ramachandra is telling to Shabari as a part of the Navadha Bhakti, the 9 steps to reach his lotus feet. How a jiva dipped in samsara, transmigration, from body to body evolves. Just 9 steps, which is so easy. In fact, a small sacrifice it demands, a small attention to be paid, with all aspects of life intact. You'll be with family, you'll be with your work, you'll be with all your duties, small responsibilities that God gives you to go forward. Essential things, because when a jiva aspires for God, nature and God helps in such a way that he is not burdened with anything. Smooth going, few activities of life, small responsibilities of 1 or 2 children perhaps, or a few devotees, or a group of people with whom he can evolve and grow, seek the welfare of all. God will arrange in such a way small service activities also will be done, because evolution cannot be there without feeling compassion for other beings and without serving others. These 2 are essential factors. In Vaishnava scriptures also we see the Vaishnava Seva. Anybody's seva is possible, but for Bhakta, it is easy to serve because you need not come in the contact of bad people, so that time is not wasted. No dirt is accumulated again to be washed. If you are in the company of Vaishnavas, it evolves. Among those who believe in God, whoever believes in God, we can call them Vaishnavas. Now, when a group of devotees help each other to evolve, serve each other to evolve, whatever be their financial status, monetary aspects, their education, their other credentials, the only thing the God expects and the qualification required is to accept God and love Him. A little love, a little attention towards God. What we give to small things of life. Suppose there is a dog in the house, how much we feel concerned, how much we give attention, how much we love that animal. That much love is sufficient for God to help me in the evolution. And this Vaishnava Seva is a fact that through which you try to see easily the Lord's presence. So when you are in the company, God gives in such a way that company is also created, which helps your evolution. Mother Nature participates to fill your heart with compassion for doing. Just like when mother gets a child, you see for the child's welfare how the nature keeps that love in the heart of mother and makes that child grow. Similarly, the nature keeps all the necessary qualities and qualifications that are necessary in the jiva to evolve. Only thing you need is aspiration. Do you pay a little attention towards that side, towards God? Are two things. Are you willing? Are you ready? Are you eager? The eagerness to meet God is I am eager to meet. The eagerness, because that eagerness is going to get converted into longing later on. You are willing and eagerness, God joins. Immediately God joins. It is just like your willing and eagerness means the two aspects, willing and eagerness, is just like anybody has logged in the internet and anyone else can immediately log in. If you have never logged in and others have to call upon you, the moment you log in to the divine is already present there. He participates. So this, you willing and eager. I am willing and eager. I am willing and eager. The God's participation is there. Nature pushes you from behind. Yes, go, go, go. Because anything, anywhere you see in any activity of life, the willingness and eagerness counts. The eagerness will give so much, that utsaha, the enthusiasm, the zeal you need to go forward. That small amount of eagerness will suddenly grow. Similarly, this willingness calls God. Come, come. That the attention that you are giving to the world, the face that you are turned towards the external things, now concentrates on the transcendental aspect, the God. So this we see is a most important transformation and how God participates in the life of Jiva. Atva Jathalabha Santosha. The eighth step. Eighth step is almost you have reached. Now there should not be any kind of diversions. You have made everything, including trying to see Him in every aspect of life, in every part of the universe, in everything that happens, the things that is every event, in every event that is passing on in your life, you see the divine will. Oh, it happened. I got great losses in life. Oh, divine will. And I am prepared. I learn to accept things as they are. My energy is not lost. My attention, for everything I have a reason to thank God. God is teaching me something. God is giving something. God is getting cleaned. Suppose I have certain karmas. God never wishes to go against the nature. Everything He wants to go according to the nature. Nature is what He has created. The laws of nature is what He has created. In extreme cases He may go, but as far as possible, not that He cannot go and should not go, but He values the nature and the laws of nature which he himself has created. So before he transcends the limitations of nature, he will see that everything goes smoothly according to work out your karmas. And I am there with you. You may incur great loss according to your karma, but I am there, who is the Lord of the universe with you. What dearth you will feel when I am there with you. The devotee also doesn't feel, oh, if God is with me, what is sukha and what is dukkha? The Lord elevates the soul. So here, when we say the equanimity to be experienced by the jiva, that means we have come to the state that jatha labha santosha. Here labha means all states of and situations of life. Whatever state I am placed, maybe I am placed in a joyful state, or I may be placed just like Swami Vivekananda's life you see. Now he is moving as Parivrajaka. Some places he is asking for alms. Some say, no, please go forward. And he comes empty-handed. Another place, they may take him inside, feed him nicely. Some motherly heart may feed him and send. Sometimes he may have to sleep in the footpath, sometimes in the king's palace. All is same to him. So palatial enjoyments, and on the other side, extreme helpless condition. Maybe he has not taken food for a day or two. Doesn't matter. His heart is full by the presence of God. His inner joy and inner peace is flooding him. Inner love is flooding him. Somebody worships him, then also same love and blessing. Somebody curses him, somebody insults him, in the same love and blessing. When somebody insults, in return, he gives his love and blessings. So this is equally. Jatha labha means to the extreme situation, extreme states of life, extreme conditions in which he is placed, we cannot bear. First question in the man's mind comes, I have done so much. Why did God give me such a situation? They don't feel unless you have the deep love for God, which makes you accept things as they are and knowing it, passing events, it doesn't matter. It is like a dream. Dream, so many things are happening. And when you wake up, nothing is there. Similarly, in this world of passing events, passing show of life, what is to be held on to as real and unreal? Everything is passing away. What is essential is your unbroken contact with the divine. The inner channels connecting to the divine must be intact. The inner channels are connected and you are anchored in the absolute, anchored in the God, and your heart is being filled with love, divine presence. The ocean of bliss is within you, and what do you worry about the external things? Small attentions, only thing the jiva at this stage cares for is the welfare of others. Love and blessings everywhere. This state of mind where he has totally held God as the avalambana and doesn't worry about the passing events of life, totally feeling oneness with God and seeing divine everywhere. Flawlessly. See, why Sri Ramachandra here is the previous, you see, Mohimaya Jagadekha. Mohimaya. You are seeing Ramamaya everything. And again he says, Jatha Labha Santosha. Small, unseen, small imperfections will be there. Now I take some ore and I convert it, I smelt it, and I convert it into a metal. Now I took that metal, melted it, and made it a sheet. And after making it a sheet, I converted it into a vessel or a glass, a tumbler for drinking water. Now after this conversion into, it is ready. It is ready, but if I see, my purpose is finished. It is ready for me to take water. But if its surface is rough, the roughness, I want to make it smooth. Means how much perfection you can give. If you aspire for small things of the world, it would have been nice if you go for begging and you get something which may not be generally liking for anyone. Yet, this is after all food. In Buddhist, among the Buddhist monks and all that, whatever is put in their begging bowl is supposed to eat. He is not supposed to discriminate regarding taste or the condition of the food. The giver must know what to be given. Whatever is given, the food, in whatever defect is there, he has to take it. So like that, now I may feel, it is, suppose I get only rice. Somebody gives me only rice and there is no sambar or anything or dal with it. And sometimes, a little salt and a small chili piece would have been nice. Now, that much anybody would feel. And that feeling also, God doesn't want to be there because He wants to not only make a tumbler, but see that it is smooth and nice. And when it becomes smooth and nice, He wants to see that it is nicely polished. When it is polished, you will see your own face in that. It reflects whole thing. God wants to that perfection that it is so smooth and anybody seeing, he is Rama's Bhakta. He is Krishna's Bhakta. And he is in his consciousness, in his awareness, nothing remains except God. Jatalabha Santushta state comes. Even in Bhagavad Gita, Sri Ramakrishna, Sri Krishna in Bhagavad Gita says that the same expression, whatever is available, Yathalabha Santushta, Yathalabha Santushta, same terminology he uses. This is one of the characteristics of the Bhakta. Whatever comes, the good or bad in life, pleasure or pain in life, he is equal to that. He means when you see Yathalabha Santushta, whatever state God is keeping, he is full, he is contented, That contentment is a sign you have gone beyond good and bad, right and wrong. The righteousness and and right. You are standing at a, both are equal to you. You are then only you are able to see all beings with the same sightedness, equal sightedness, equanimity. Equanimity is an expression when you raise beyond all dualities. When you are in the Jagamaya Dekha, Moyamaya Jagadekha, when you see Ramamaya, this Jagat, the Taratamya you will be able to see. You are able to see. Here Rama's expression is more, there the Rama's expression is less. The power differences you are able to still see when it is Ramamaya. Between good and bad, good also Rama, bad also Rama. As if you are pervading it. When the Yatha Santushta comes into picture, you see both are, there is no bad and good, sense itself will go away. Good and bad sense will go away. Good and bad sense will remain and pervaded by God. You are unaffected by it, but you are able to see the difference. Now, in the life of Jnandev, they will be going in the forest. Father and mother has given up their body. Small young children. Muktabai, when she leaves body, she is just 16 years. So if she finishes the whole sadhana and what she has to give to the world, she gives all the knowledge and the supreme knowledge and leaves her body. Jnaneshwar lives at the age of 21 after finishing his, and what all he has to give to the world, he gives and takes the Sajiva. We along with it, when it's still alive, he enters into the Samadhi. And we see all the four, Jnaneshwar, Muktabai, Nivritti, and Sopana. All these four small children are going in the forest. Jnandev is going a little ahead, and behind, last is coming Muktabai, short one, small one. And Jnaneshwar sees a golden ring in the, while walking in the forest, a golden ring he sees. Women have little fascination for gold. And Muktabai, the small sister, youngest sister, is coming behind. She may get tempted to lift that in her hand. He will be going, and just while seeing it, he stops there. Sister will be still behind, Muktabai will be still behind. And with leg, it slowly covers that with the mud. That Muktabai has already observed. He is putting the mud and covering that golden ring. She comes behind and asks, "What are you doing? Why are you standing yet here?" He says, "No, you are behind, so I was waiting for you." She says, "That's all right, you are waiting for me. Why are you covering mud with mud? Why are you covering?" She is seeing gold as mud. He doesn't want. He has value. He doesn't have value for that, but he's able to see the difference between mud and gold. Oh, she may take gold. Already gold awareness has come into it. He has valued it more than mud. But he has covered because it is to be shunned. It is to be not to be taken. Now the Muktabai is seeing, why are you covering mud with mud? Means she has total equanimity. Means she has raised to a step where she is seeing the Kanchana and the Samaloshta Kanchana state of Bhagavad Gita. Samaloshta Kanchana. The stone, the mud, clay, and gold are same. She is raised. When does it, the valuable gold and the mud or stone can become equal? Is when you rise yourself beyond the two. So here you see the raising beyond. The Lord wants you to go beyond, to shine, and in which He sees His own face reflecting. So His life is of absolute perfection, not only absolute perfection, to be beyond all things. It is, even if you are not beyond all things, if you are seeing as it is Ramamaya with all differences, you are mukta. There is no lack of, that's why Ramchandra says, any one of this step, if you have acquired, you are free from nature. You are mine forever. And you imagine all these steps are there in, each step can be seen in Shabari. So this more and more perfect, more and more shiny. The ore to become pure metal and shining it, smoothening it, so that everything, you are beyond everything, and you are able to love and feel compassion. Why should you see Ramamaya is the object of love must be seen. As long as Lord keeps the difference between the world and all things of the world, as long as the difference is there, so long you must be able to see, be above everything and see everything. Ramamaya, and beyond that, you are beyond everything. Sukha, dukkha, labha, hani. In Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says, Sukha dukkhe same kritva, labha labho jaya jayam. Tatha yudhyasva. You fight in such a way, you are seeing sukha, dukkha, labha, hani, and all things that wherever we see duality and differences, you are above that. You are in the pure, what happens in that state? You are filled with only divine consciousness. There is no perception of world as world at any level. It is filled, this is called God conscious state, in which we see Ramakrishna's life. If you read all through his life, from the early days of school days, you see him filled with divine awareness. And after the vision of Divine Mother, is in mind, in body, in everything, you see is filled with Divine Mother alone. This filling of our awareness, the prajna, purna prajna, the Lord wants that the jiva must become purna prajna. Our awareness is filled now presently. God's presence we don't see in normal man's mind. He's filled with world. Sometimes awareness of God comes. When he starts sadhana, also world and all things are there. And God is maybe occupying small part, 5%, 10%. Now, in this state of yathalabha santushtaha, whatever is available, and Ramamaya Jagata, from the Santana Sangha of the first step, entering into his Leela in the second step, he is coming to the 8th step where he is beyond everything. And imagine how the Santa Sangha gave a small deposit in this awareness of God's presence. How did it get expanded to cross the half the percent with the katha Leela, entering into Leela. Now it is his awareness is totally filled with the divine, is filled with Rama, Ramamaya. Except Rama, this is what we call Krishna consciousness, Rama consciousness, Ramakrishna consciousness is filled with Rama. Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Tat Sat Shri Ramakrishna Arpanamastu.